I'm in a newsroom pool on Wednesday, just hours before the start of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and already I feel like I'm doomed. Thankfully, I have a couple of experts here to offer some advice. I've got Ian McIntyre of the Vancouver Sun and Scott Stinson of the National Post. Gentlemen, help me out. Ian, let's start with you. Have you got a couple of names that I should have at the top of my list for the pool?
Well, first of all, I think you are doomed in your hockey pool. And a couple of names, well, there's lots of names. How about anybody from Tampa or the Rangers? If you like Chicago in the West, as I do, load up on them because it's all about volume, winning a playoff pool. If you want to have a respectable score, sure, pick and choose from this team and that team. But if you want to have a chance to win, you pretty much have to go all in. It's like Texas Hold'em. So choose your one or two teams you really like, load up on those players. And the new NHL playoff format, or new last season, where you have basically a division or a four-team bracket, actually helps you zero in on one team. You don't have to worry about the reseeding and who might play each other in the second round. Makes it a little easier to load up from one or two teams.
Scott Stinson, have you got similar strategy or something different to offer?
No, I agree entirely with Ian on this one. The worst thing you can do is try to get like the best guy on 6 different teams, because then you're guaranteed to pretty much be out of the thing after the first round. So yeah, you want to figure out the teams you like, load up with as many guys as you can, and the one wrinkle I would add to that is wait and see how the draft starts to unfold. You might say to yourself, I really like Tampa Bay to go a long way, but if somebody takes Steve Stamkos early, then maybe it's time for a switch and you go to a New York Rangers strategy and you go heavy on those guys too. So it depends a little bit on what the other people are doing around you, but the ultimate end goal should be as many guys as you want from 2 teams that you think will go a long way. Then you're setting yourself up for potentially a long run. You might be out early too, but at least you got a shot at winning the thing.
Okay, now guys, back in 89-90, a guy named John Druce scored 8 goals in the regular season. He then went on to score 14 in the postseason. This, of course, doesn't seem possible, but it happened to John Druce. People still talk about it 25 years later. Any strategies here on picking the John Druce of 2015?
Just pick guys who are hot going in. And an example would be the Calgary Flames. Of course, you have to think that the Flames would beat the Canucks in the first round, but the Flames' first line of Monahan and Hoodler in particular was the hottest line in hockey in March. So take guys who are in form. A lot of hot guys on Ottawa too.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the Ottawa, I mean, Mark Stone, it seems like he scores twice a game, every game now. I mean, chances are he's not going to keep that up, but if you're looking for a guy who would have been very much off the radar, 3 weeks ago, all of a sudden he's a guy who seems like he could be scoring in bunches.
Well, you know what? If that first round ends and I've got no guys left in the draft, I know who to blame, the guys who gave me the awesome strategy. Scott, Ian, thanks for joining me.